What is up, YouTube? Glad to be with you guys. We are finally here. We're getting everything set up. We'll give us a minute to get the links sent out to everybody.
Watching the race. Give me a minute.
Matt's still watching the race.
Just kidding.
Let us know if you're watching. Let us know what you guys
Not
thought
really.
of. Let us know what you thought of the race in the chat. Drop it in the chat.
Dang, man, I brought that whole bottle of like electrolyte drink and I drank it all before we went live. Dang.
Well, that was fast.
Now you're gonna be thirsty.
I got to turn Jake up because he's got no volume.
I'm very hoarse.
I was going to
thirsty.
say, this is what happens when Jake goes to a concert,
First.
specifically a Metallica concert.
This is true.
True.
All right. Let me know when you guys get all the links out and you guys are good to go.
I was almost thinking we should just drape our Metallica flag over the sign.
You know, I'm kind of
We're
surprised. you
rebranding.
didn't.
I mean, I brought it.
Oh, okay.
We need to wash it.
No, you
We absolutely need to wash it.
Just so much sweat.
That or just
that
hang it
thing.
up in the top of the shop just to be.
Sanitizer.
My dad
What's
said he
up?
wanted.
What's
He's
up,
like,
Yenny?
he said put it on a he's like take a Sharpie, put the dates on it. He's like, we'll hang it in the shop.
Do we want to address the concert thing real quick? Because Yenny's asking about the concert real quick.
I got it in the beginning of the show. We could either do it now or do it.
Well, if you got it in the show, we'll just do that.
It was awesome.
It was
We'll-
pretty good.
We'll talk about it, I guess. Give you because we're gonna have to explain on the regular show why you sound like you're been smoking for 50 years.
My forehead feels like leather.
It looks like it too.
I can't.
Is
I
it
have,
still oozing?
I have. No, it's not. It was blistered. No, I can't. Like, I have like
What's
no
up,
wrinkles.
JFP? All right.
Oh man.
Jake sounds like he's gonna need one of those those button push talk.
I want to sound like a Star Wars droid before I know it.
I just want to know what I'm doing. Would you like some chocolate?
I live Metallica.
Oh man.
I was there in
You
1971.
gotta do the thing though. You gotta
For
do
the
the
first-
like hand up to the.
Or the first one. I was there. Tell me. I don't know.
You're so bad.
Right now, there's probably
Look, bro.
someone's listening like,
That's really rude. I have to deal with this every day.
Or they said, "Wow, they sound just like me."
Probably
All right,
Rockster.
we gotta stop. This is too bad.
it is. All right. Sorry. We're already probably kicked off YouTube. All right. Let's do this for real.
All right, okay.
Wrong one.
Canceled.
Denny Hamlin wins for the third time this year, and Michigan delivers what could be the best race of the year. And we've got a lot of news and a lot of things to talk about. We are here for the speed. What is up? I am glad to be with you guys. My name is DJ, joined by the one and only Horse.
What's up? I'm Jake. I should have waited for the drop.
It was perfect. And
It's Jeff.
What's up, everyone? Matthew here. What? You guys always wait for something.
I know.
I just didn't expect you to call him the horse.
No, I mean, because it's like from The Incredibles. Like, what do you want? I don't know, something amazing. I guess. They're usually just Matt. Like, where's like the local Brad
Just
fan?
Matt.
And
Brad had a
Matt.
good
don't
day.
give up. Don't
Hey,
give
It
up
was.
now,
it
man.
was. It was a good RFK week.
Nah, brother, they started to put some top tens on the board. Now Matt don't want to claim his fandom no more.
Hey man,
I
you
know.
can't. You
Maybe
can't,
Matt
Maybe-
just needs
maybe
to
he's
you
trying
stop-
to
can't be
become a
glazing
Hamlin
them like
He's
Jake
a
over
glutton
there.
for
Come on,
punishment.
Maybe Matt just needs to stop watching the race live and he'll start doing good.
honestly.
You know? I'd like to point out that Alex wasn't here to watch the race, and what happened to Blaney? He wrecks.
He wrecks. He spins out.
Sorry,
Blame Alex
Alex,
for
we
that.
told you. We told you.
We tried to tell you. It's all your
Yeah.
fault.
You're probably gonna get a text midweek next week.
Probably.
Toaster is on the way.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the whatever it's called, the poll going here in the chat to let us know what you guys thought of the race. Obviously, you two had something else going on during the race, so you guys had to kind of catch up. So what did you guys have going on?
We had a very busy weekend.
We went to a little concert.
Yeah, new group, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, have
yeah
about
small.
11 albums.
Kind of like coming into the scene.
World's #1 rock band. Are they rock? No, they're metal. They have to be metal.
Rock,
Metallica.
metal, thrash.
Are they thrash?
Loads kind
Would
of
you-
country.
Yeah, I mean it's got some country,
Kinda
gospel, maybe.
Include Lulu, it's also trash.
I just noticed.
No,
Sorry.
we got to go see. We got to go see Metallica. They were here in Tampa Bay Friday and Sunday.
Friday and
So,
Sunday.
Sunday was rough. We could not watch the race with everyone. We are so sorry. But
We missed the race. Well, we watched like the first half of the race because we were waiting in line.
Yep.
We got in line at like 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't even know, something like that. And then by the time we got into the venue and then once I mean you get a chance to buy. We got like the early access, so we got to go buy our merch and
I couldn't tell.
buy drinks. Yeah,
Hey man,
you know.
they only sell a handful of these things. You got to get them.
They,
Dude, you want to?
Do they sell a handful of the jeans too and the shoes?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's one package.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone throw some rainbows in the chat for how gay this is, bro.
I think Jeff is just really upset that he missed out.
You couldn't go,
I am
man.
a little sad, but I also don't have. But I also don't have Metallica money.
FYI,
real.
I think it was
Metallica money.
I don't think anyone
money
has
these days
Metallica
is
money.
Crazy.
Dude, okay, so
I think it was Yenny that put said in here. We're sponsored by Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, facts.
uh,
It's from the
amount of
secondhand
people,
smoke of James smoking his cigar.
the amount of people that go to Metallica, and I didn't realize this up front. The amount of people that go to Metallica to buy stuff to resell to afford Metallica is insane. I just was like, man, I just really want a shirt. Like, the concert shirt's really cool. And people are just like, I need to buy like 3 shirts, a poster, blah, blah, get all this merch. And I was like, why do you need all this?
Well, what's crazy
You
is
know?
like the poster. They make 200 posters, maybe 250, and there's 80,000 people.
I didn't realize it was
Jeez.
such a collectible.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
and then the merch trailers open at noon. So if you're not in line at 10 o'clock in the morning,
You're not
I've
getting one.
never seen
in the
people
merch line, not even the line to get in the venue.
in the merch line.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts.
And it's not like, oh, well, when 4 o'clock, when more people show up, we're going to bring more out. No, it's like there's 50 per stand, 4 stands. And one of those stands is inside the stadium. So it's
in an
like if you miss
exclusive
the
early entry
3
venue.
outside, you go into the stadium and get it. Dude, the amount of people that did not get posters,
And we're really upset.
raging.
Yeah,
Because,
because it's special too. Because like they do a pop up store
yep.
in downtown Tampa. So Thursday and Saturday they have their own unique poster design.
Yep.
And then Friday and Sunday for the concert themselves have their own concert or have their own design.
Yeah, so
So
throughout
it's
the
4
weekend,
unique posters.
there was 4 unique shirts, 4 unique posters. I think they had skateboards at the pop-up store.
Yeah.
Like, but it again, like to go to Metallica, they had to buy the stuff and then resell it to afford Metallica. It was, I'm telling you, like it was a crazy scheme.
I feel like I feel like there's a handful of people that do that, especially with the posters. But most of the shirts, I feel like everybody's keeping the shirt.
nah, bro, I'm seeing my whole marketplace, Facebook marketplaces,
Oh,
concert
really?
shirt,
I
120,
haven't even looked.
120, 130.
Jeez.
That's
For like
nuts.
this one, I'm
And
like,
they'll sell it too.
yeah. Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
But-
Yenny sounds like a diecast for signature merch truck nightmare scenario.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, like a lot of concerts, like I really kind of really dog on them because they'll pay like $50 for like a regular, like this is our shirt. It's, whatever band's tour design with all the dates on the back. And that's the same shirt you get every single place. And it's $50, whatever, 45, whatever. What's cool about a Metallica t-shirt is when you go Friday, they have a shirt, they have the tour shirts,
Yep.
and they have shirts that are just for that day. They hired an artist, they made a design relevant to your city, to your space. It's that day. And
That's
then when
cool.
you come back for the second day, it's a whole new design from another artist or maybe the same artist, 2 different, maybe that come together. And it's like they're totally unique for each
It
city.
is really cool because they're obviously pirate themed because you're at Raymond James
Yep.
Stadium. So like I thought that was really cool.
It's super
Well,
cool.
it's like the
Yeah.
Thursday pop-up store was Cthulhu
Yeah.
or Cthulhu. I don't know
Cthulhu.
how you say Cthulhu.
Whatever.
So it's like, okay, that kind of fits too, like a sea monster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you got Buccaneers. I don't know what the Saturday one was, but
So
I'm sure it was cool.
So to answer JFB's question, because he has asked if Metallica had ever sponsored a car,
Probably.
and
Yes.
yes, they did. But
Guitar Hero Metallica.
It was Guitar Hero Metallica.
Eric Jones.
No, Eric Almirola.
Eric Almirola? I thought it was Jones.
Wrong Eric.
Almirola back in 2009.
I actually looked for that diecast. They
back in
didn't make it.
2009,
They didn't make it.
and it was during Caro Tomorrow.
Hey man, it's trademark, man.
Hey, Rob,
I was gonna say, Rob.
you want to help us out?
Yeah, it was Car of Tomorrow. It was Eric
Yep.
Almirola, 2009.
Cool.
Of all
while
the
ago.
people to pick to have their car,
Yeah.
Eric Almirola is not the one I would think for Metallica.
So
Yeah.
for another example, back to the T-shirt, like when we went to Welcome to Rockville, they had a custom Welcome to Rockville with the Daytona International Speedway behind.
That was cool.
Super
Yeah.
cool, like a vulture, like I don't know, just like a whole totally different. You
storyline.
can tell it's a totally different artist,
Yeah.
totally different art style. It's cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, the concert was great. 2 completely different shows, Friday, Sunday. We were lucky enough to get right up on the fence.
Lucky. I mean,
Yeah, they
we
did
did
one
pay
of
the
their-
price
We paid the price, but
of being in the
Some of-
sun all day.
Some of the photos y'all had were pretty awesome.
we were right in front of James's.
Yeah, they did.
I want to call it pit box, but it's not a pit box.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
His I need 5 minutes off the stage to throw ice water on my head,
Yeah.
and chug
And
a
switch
cigar.
guitars. Oh yeah,
He had-
dude.
So both nights, after like the first 5 songs, he'll come down and like hit a cigar. Dude, he rips that thing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like one of the short
chiefing
boys.
it. Yeah, like
Dude,
chiefing it.
5 minutes, it's done. I'm like, oh my god.
And then when he went up there and played, they always play an instrumental right after whenever he lights that up, and he's
Yeah.
up there on. I mean, it's just like the most like just the dude's just bad at the bone, just up there with his Explorer guitar or whatever, just smoking a cigar, just shredding on this instrumental.
And
You're
how
like
old is he again?
60 plus, 61,
Jesus.
62.
Living the
I'm
dream.
You're
like,
better shape than me. I'll
golly,
tell you
dude.
that.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you play that hard? Like that's physically exhausting,
Yeah.
and you're still just sitting there just smoking a cigar like nothing's going
Also
on.
in the Florida.
I'm
heat.
like, how are you not breathing?
Yeah, it was.
Are you just inhaling all this cigar smoke?
and it
Like,
was
oh
no
my
repeat
God.
weekend, right?
No
Yeah.
repeats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They played some
30
really cool
something
songs.
unique songs.
Oh, they played Whiskey in the Jar. That was fun.
That's cool.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
They played Screaming Suicide, which is one of my favorites off the new one.
Lux Eterna for me off the new one.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Harvester of
It's good.
Sorrow. That's a good one. So,
Man, deep cut, Leper Messiah.
Leopard Messiah. Yep.
That is super deep cut. That's,
That's
cool.
cool.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Don't want to get too much more into it, but it was a fantastic weekend.
It was awesome.
Wish we could have watched the race, but Metallica shows up one every 10 years.
yeah.
So it's
you
like
gotta
a
go.
1 out of 360 races. We got to miss. Sorry.
I saw Matt's photo after day one, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Well,
You
DJ
look
and
miserable.
DJ and I ended up watching the race,
Yeah.
and we were like, man, the one race that
The
they
one
missed,
race,
this
this-
is pretty crazy.
Of all of the races so far, I'm like,
I
man,
know.
I'm
You-
watching
you
it.
said this.
We were watching it, and I'm like looking at Jeff, and I'm like, Jeff, I think they can pass. Like, and not just like they passed one car, they're passing 2 cars at a time and 3 cars at a time. Like, holy crap, this might be a good race.
I went back and watched it, and I was like, I would hands up, man. That was
if you're
a
watching,
great race.
make sure you put your vote in the
We-
chat. What you think the race is going to be?
We were
as
at
far
the
as its
point where we
rating.
were like, man, maybe it's not the package. Maybe they just need to go to bigger tracks. Like,
The car
You
seems
know?
to like bigger tracks.
like this
I was
thing is
because I was sitting
awesome.
here watching this, and I'm like, could we do this package at Daytona?
Well, it could come.
No, maybe. I mean,
Dude, they were hitting at one. The problem is, here's what the problem. Reason you can't do this at Daytona,
the banking.
dude. Yeah,
The
they were
We
hitting.
gotta- we
they hit
gotta-
206 was
we
the
have to
highest
take
speed
away
The
the
I
highest
saw.
we caught was
About
206
it.
going into the corner, and we're like,
Dude,
Dang.
Daytona, you'd be doing 220.
You have to take
You-
away the banking.
So could you do
Stop.
so? Something I wanted to ask you guys, Jake.
This is
My
getting
That was a
ridiculous.
joke.
Jake-
I do not like where this is going.
You kind of remind me of like a BJ McLeod right now.
Oh yeah, thank you.
no logos, just all black.
Yeah.
A lot of skulls.
The no, I wanted to ask you, Jake. Like, what could you do? You think they could run this aero package at Daytona and just pull the
I
horsepower
think
back?
it'd just be too fast. I mean, but and then what's the point? Then you're back to high. You're back to a lot of drag and no
Probably.
no horsepower.
Yeah.
Pretty much what they have now.
Just let Michigan be
Yeah.
great.
Pretty close.
yeah. But,
Honestly.
but regardless, this is pretty awesome. It was
Oh, it was great.
it was one of those things. It's like, you know, it's crazy when they're having to pull the IndyCar moves and like break the draft because the draft is like video game worthy.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah,
You could see the.
the
you can
lines.
see the lines.
You know what this really made me miss? Auto Club.
Yes.
Yes.
We were.
Yes.
I was like,
We talked
dang,
about it.
Exactly
I
what-
wish we had an auto club now so bad.
Michigan's a 2-mile track, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Or yeah,
they're
somewhere around.
basically identical,
Yeah.
except for Auto Club's asphalt was considerably older than Michigan's.
Yeah.
And then isn't
Yeah.
Chicagoland? Jeff was saying Chicagoland is
It's-
similar.
Chicagoland's a
like-
mile and a half.
It's a mile and a half.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's like I think the banking is similar. It's like I was pretty sure it was like very similar, but it's not the same. Like
Chicagoland
smaller,
more
but-
reminds me of like Las Vegas.
okay,
Like when I run it like on iRacing,
it's
like
still a good race.
I would put it more in the
Vegas was
Las
a good race.
Vegas style track.
yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. I do miss Auto Club a lot.
I
you know,
miss Auto
I
Club.
miss Auto Club. Very similar. You know.
Yeah,
It
I miss
sucks.
the bumps
Yeah.
and the rough asphalt. Like man,
Yeah.
Especially because now that this car races so well on this track, it's sad that we don't have Auto Club now.
yeah. And he goes, "Did Denny Hamlin? Will Denny Hamlin be on Baby Watch until Phoenix?" I mean, the way this is going, yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're holding that kid in until the 11th.
So what happens now?
I'm not-
Bro, you better push that thing out, bro. You can't wait till the 11th.
The 11th, That's
You-
Wednesday.
bro,
That
you
kid
gotta
will be
go to
here
Mexico.
Wednesday. He'll be fine.
Oh, I
Denny
didn't think
Hamlin.
about Mexico.
You're not getting back quick that way.
Nope.
Man, I don't. Oh man, I got some drama for y'all on
I can't
on
wait
Mexico.
to hear. I can't wait.
We
to
gotta
hear.
save it for the NAS news. It's
That-
it's
that-
good
that is
though.
that is crazy though. But good for Denny Hamlin though. Ran a good race at the end there. So
Yeah, you saw
Honestly.
the
Who won
veteran. The
stage
veteran
one?
status came out.
Busher.
Busher
was it?
won it, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got all the way when we were sitting there in the stands. We saw all the way up into like probably
Almost the end
10
of stage 2.
I got like halfway through. I mean, we were busy.
Yeah, we started
Um,
getting busy.
Stage 2 was won by Byron, right?
Yep.
Man, it feels like Byron lost another one. Gave it
I
away.
mean, he did. Honestly, it was wild because it was. I don't remember. We kind of missed it. I don't know. There was somebody at the end of the broadcast that they said the team said they had enough fuel, but they don't. They realized that later they didn't.
they weren't very clear about who they were talking about.
We also had a bunch of kids running.
but there was
around.
also
So,
there was also a lot of people.
There's a
that
lot
are
of
in that
different
same
strategies.
boat.
There's the Chevys were
Yeah.
like in one camp on one strategy, and you had the Toyotas in the other.
And then you had Hocevar on a totally different strategy.
No, Toyota.
Hocevar blew the tire.
He was on the same strategy as Byron,
So I don't know if you heard this. He wasn't going to make it regardless. He was about
but
4
he
laps short.
pit the same time as Byron did.
So they just didn't.
they
get enough
both
fuel.
were not going to make it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They
So
just
that's,
didn't want to
he
tell the
lost the
fans.
tire, but he wasn't going to make it either.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah,
sad.
Jeff was so mad about that too.
Well, I was so upset because I had picked them and I was thinking, oh, we need a caution, and then he blew his tire, and I was like, oh, great, this might be the caution we needed. I didn't want it to happen to him, but it's still a caution. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It was still a caution. Never threw the caution, and
I
I, was
mean,
like,
it
"Well, there's
shouldn't
no
have.
debris. There's no
No.
debris. He
I-
wasn't impeding anything.
we
so
watched
it was a good
the
call.
whole way around, and there was never any
it was
debris.
a good call on NASCAR's part. I'm just like, okay, so the one time we get a blown tire,
Dude, he
That you need-
saved
Not-
it though. Did you see
no,
him?
he saved. He
I thought
That
Dale
was
Jr.'s like, he's going to go in
crazy.
here way
He
too
saved
fast
it,
and
but
spin out. I was like, he is definitely getting after it right now.
Calling it, and he saved it. I couldn't believe it.
No, he saved it, but it didn't save my fantasy league points.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the
Honestly,
problem. I had him.
You're
so
being
on-
slightly selfish.
So on my side, obviously, like with my fantasy league, I was like, okay, so I know I finished like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 9th, and 10th. And I was like 10 laps to go. I was like, where are my drivers? How does this play out? Like it really went down to like the last 2 laps
Yeah.
when like 3 cars ran out of gas and one guy blew the tire. And I was like, oh, okay, I see the pieces. And on like the last lap, Bubba passed Larson. And I was like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing how this plays out. Because I had a great week for
Yeah.
my fantasy. It was fantastic.
Well, two things really quick. So just as far as for those of you who are in the fantasy league, like this week in particular, it fluctuated a lot because of how much passing there actually was.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is
Yeah.
it just made it so exciting on the race front, but it also made it exciting on our fantasy league front, where like we were constantly having to like keep an eye on it, switch out drivers for our garage picks and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? Going into stage 3, I was very confident about my picks. I was feeling really good.
Mhm.
And it got to the point where like most of the way through stage 3, I'm sitting pretty. I'm in first. I got like 245 points. Second place,
Golly.
I'm beating second place by like 30 something points. The last 30 laps happen. I end up in like 13th in the entire league out of like 20.
It's a
people.
very competitive
I'm
league.
just like, dang, bro. Like
I will tell you, I think
I
it
was
was
so
2
sad.
laps in, and Jake's like, well, Byron's out. Or not Byron, Bowman. He's like,
Bowman.
well, Bowman's
It was
out.
quick.
Oh yeah. As soon as he
It was like lap
as soon as
2.
he started the race, and I was like, man, he's just going backwards. So because I had him because his practice speed was amazing. So I swapped him out on like lap 5. I was like, well, I don't want to get busy and miss it, so let me swap it out. And then of course he had his wreck, which we should talk about. But I saw that and I was like, I guess he's staying out now.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, we should talk about that.
No,
wreck.
that
That was
wreck
insane.
was.
that was a rough hit.
I never really equate how hard they hit the wall until someone points out, look at how much the wall's flexing. I'm like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Did you
like,
guys-
oh, okay, it's hitting the wall. It's up a little bit. Nothing crazy. But then you see the curve
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
in the metal, and I'm like, whoa. He
Did you
hit
guys-
that-
when
he
it
hit that jump
permanently
hard.
adjusts the wall.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like permanently like, oh yeah.
Did you boys see the in-car cam when they showed that?
No.
Of him
catch
or the
that?
car?
Of him.
Of him in
No,
the
I didn't
car.
see
Oh,
it.
I haven't seen that.
I have to go
Bro,
back and watch
like
that.
It's,
I heard it's
not
bad.
it's not of him. It's not pointing towards him. It's on the
Okay,
right
so
side of the car.
It's
pointing-
the
yeah,
front.
okay,
It's
I've seen
looking
that.
out.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
that-
looking out.
It's
I
like
don't
the same camera angle. This is what I correlated to of Dale Senior's in-car crash on the roof, right?
Yeah, they
or like
didn't-
in the car.
Similar. Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Like,
think
because
they
that's,
showed
dude, it
his-
looked just like it.
I don't think they showed his like crash from like the driver, like what
No,
looking
right,
at the
right,
driver,
no, but it was
they
like
showed
that
it the other one.
in the
Yep.
passenger seat on the
You
dash.
know what it looked like?
Even
The
that
gyro
looked
cam
rough.
from iRacing,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
where it's like in the passenger seat kind of thing.
but even that looked
Crazy,
rough.
bro.
It was rough. It
That's a
looked
massive.
bad.
Back
So did
wheels
you hear his,
come
you
up.
hear his comments?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hardest
race.
hit of his life.
Hardest hit.
And you're talking to he broke his back.
Broke his
Yeah.
back.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like I was telling
And
DJ.
he hit the car, hit the rear, and gave himself a concussion at Texas.
Yeah.
I should say gave
Yep.
himself. I don't know if he got split. I don't remember, but
Well, that's
Crazy.
that's what I was telling DJ. I'm like, he might need to go get checked out again. If he's saying that that's like the hardest hit,
I'm
he's
sure he
taken,
will. I mean,
he's gonna
you
have
could tell
to-
like he was feeling it.
rattled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that
for
was
sure.
massive. I mean, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man.
There really wasn't any big wrecks besides his, right? I mean,
It's pretty,
No,
most
no,
everything
no,
else
I
was
know
single
Todd
track.
Todd Gilliland,
like
he
that.
wrecked.
Todd Gillen
He cut a
wrecked.
tire or something, spun
Yeah.
out, hit
Oh,
the wall.
that,
He
that's
took a
another
pretty good
he
conversation
shot.
took
I
a
gotta
big
have.
lip. What?
That's another conversation I gotta have. I was
Hold on,
like-
we got to do a little behind the scenes. Jeff, fix your mic, please.
Yeah, speaking to it a little bit more.
What do you mean?
You're just kind of
tilted.
echoey a little
You're,
bit.
you're,
Tilted?
it's tilted like this. Tilted
like this?
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
So
much
with the
better.
Todd Gilliland stuff was pissing me and DJ off because they were trying to like go tow him, and he's like, "No, I'm good." And as he's like nursing it around the track,
just dropping
just
stuff all over.
dropping all kinds of debris, like just
Cars,
all kinds of
cars
parts.
yawed out and everything, like just
Perfect.
tearing up everything. It's like,
And
bro,
but
you're
here-
done.
but
Just
here's the thing: he's already done, and then he's like nursing it back, and then he's going maybe like 30 miles an hour
If
and
that.
spins out,
and then gets
spins out and
no,
gets stuck in the grass,
stuck in the grass,
and has to get towed anyway.
I must have missed that.
It was
So
hilarious.
we're sitting there like, bro, you just made like all this debris on the track for no reason.
The best part
Like,
was
at all.
the track workers that were following him, and they had to make evasive maneuvers because stuff started flying off the car. They're like, you could see like the truck behind him just yeet and just like go off to the
Real
side.
life Mario
And we're
Kart.
just like,
Dude,
oh my gosh.
and I'm just like, bro, you're done. Just pack it up. Just
Stop,
stop the
please.
car. And he just kept going.
Like just save all our
No,
time.
but I mean, like the biggest thing with this race, man, like there wasn't a lot of wrecks. There was the Bowman one was definitely the worst. You had a couple of tire incidents, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But man, the passing, the runs, like the runs people
Really
were
good.
getting was insane.
You know, like it was one of those things where I feel like the drivers could enjoy the race, but the fans did too. Because a lot of
Yeah.
times we
Yeah.
get that disconnect, and it's like, oh, the drivers love this track. This is such a driver's track, but it's boring to watch.
Boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I felt like this one was like, if I was a driver in one of those, that looks like fun. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
stressful.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it looked like a lot of fun. And I think the drivers are really, I would
Yeah.
hope they enjoyed it, you know,
Oh,
just
yeah.
as much as the fans did, because I thought it was a great race. I thought the whole passing, everything, the runs you could get, what a run.
What I
Yeah.
like about it is it put the drivers in a really tough spot because momentum meant so much.
Mm-hmm.
So you get like this big run down the back or across the front stretch or whatever, and you'd have to go down, dive in the bottom of the corner, and then you have to come up and try to block the car in front.
Right.
And dude, sometimes I mean they're clearing by inches.
Mm-hmm.
I mean it was so close. It
Or
was
they
like,
get stalled out in the corner and you'd see them parachute
they both
backward.
start- or they
and then
both
everyone
start
had to get
washing up.
around
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Gigi and I were commenting on that a lot. We're like, man, just the amount of like bottom to top movement,
Oh, yeah, like,
just throughout the entire race, that big sweeping move. I'm like, dude, this is like actually insane how much this is happening every lap. Someone's
yeah.
doing it every lap. Like
Yeah.
just
It's not very. I know that I've said on here before. Like I don't like the line. Like there's racing all over the track, and this was another race. This is the second one in a row now with the truck race being just about as good, if not better. That where you literally had racing all over the track, people making moves.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like TV did a good job.
Very
That's-
good
That's
job.
Prime.
Did a good
Prime
job.
has been so good. It's been so nice to have
Prime is
Prime come in.
nice.
I'm now sad because we're now closer to not having Prime. At least I guess we still have TNT.
We
and
can still
it's-
got this whole same team.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
moving to TNT.
yeah.
I'm curious to see if there's much of a difference or how different it will be because the
It'll
team's
be
been
different.
great.
It'll have
Yeah.
to be.
I think so.
If they're not streaming. I mean, TNT, it's on cable at that point, right? They're not
Yeah.
going to be having beers or anything
But
like that.
but
Yeah.
maybe there's some kind of app. I don't know. We gotta look into it. Maybe there's
Yeah.
an app that they're gonna have that on.
Yeah.
So this is what, Denny Hamlin's third win of the year?
third win.
It is ties
So-
for most of the year.
Oddly enough,
We're
there's
gonna do
three
it this year,
drivers with
boys.
3 wins, and then everyone else 1.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
there's
What is it?
obviously
Bell, Hamlin, and
Larson.
Larson? All
Larson,
three.
Here's the crazy thing. There's only one driver outside the top 16 that's won a race.
It was Barry, right?
Josh Berry.
Yeah.
He's 17th. Handful of points out.
Yeah.
Dang.
So almost everybody that's won a race, nobody's done it from outside the top 16 except for Barry. Barely.
Barely.
But he's likely to get back in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Again?
crazy.
Again,
But I
with
feel like
Barry.
we're about to hit a stretch where that's going to get blown up.
It could. I mean,
Mexico?
Mexico could very likely.
What's
Denny
that?
Hamlin's gonna win it.
Pocono?
Pocono.
I mean, could
I
have,
mean, it's
could
probably
have,
gonna be
could
Denny.
have somebody.
We still have
I'm gonna
another.
put Denny Hamlin for the win on that one. I mean,
We still have Atlanta.
I mean,
Atlanta?
I
we
mean,
still have
even if-
Daytona.
I was gonna say even if it stays this close,
Watkins
Daytona
Glen?
could ruin it.
Watkins Glen,
Chicago?
Chicago.
Watkins Glen was an upset winner. It was gonna be
Busher.
either one was an upset winner.
Yeah.
If it was SVG,
Busher or SVG. Both those guys are out of the playoffs right now.
oh yeah. Or I mean Bowman.
Bowman.
All the I mean, you got Chicago still coming. You got Watkins Glen. You got a few. He
Yeah.
could do Mexico City. Win Mexico City. He's pretty good at road
He's
courses.
pretty good at road courses, so it's possible. That's
Bowman is on a very painful trajectory.
Yeah.
yeah, he was.
he
He
was
was on
It's always
third
Sunday
in
into the
too.
points.
wall.
He was third in points and has fallen from third all the way to 13.
I do want to say they blasted him out of the infield care center. They're like, first off, besides the wreck, how do you feel? He's like, well, that was the hardest hit I ever took. Bye bye. And we went through his spiel, right? He's like, all right, well, thank you. As we continue, Alex Bowman's free fall from the top. And I'm like, oh my God. Back to you at the booth. And I'm like, whoa.
I mean, it's
and he's
true,
just
though.
standing there like, thanks.
Remember how this year started? It was like, wow, is Bowman really going to lead the points again? Like, he was right there, like, back in this conversation. Yeah, right? Psych.
Just kidding.
Gotcha.
Dang.
No,
That sucks.
there was a lot of different, like, I've seen people in the chat. They're saying rip the squirrel. I
Was
don't
a
know-
squirrel? Did a squirrel?
Did you
die?
guys not see that?
Oh, yeah.
Sandy Cheeks hit the
No.
hit
You
the
see it?
car? No,
Ty
I missed
Dillon.
it.
Ty Dillon just killed a squirrel.
Coming into his pit stall, pulling into his pit box, a squirrel runs across and it just wipes it out.
Oh, okay. At least it was with the car. You guys made it sound like Ty Dillon just found a squirrel and just went
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I was like, guys, at least say it's with a car.
Yeah.
The best comment I read about
Vehicular
that,
squirrel slaughter.
they said they should take it and frame it and put up there with all the rest of Richard Childress's tax return collection.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
Ty's first,
Right next to like
Ty's first
the
trophy.
deer and the whatever elk or whatever the moose.
whatever they got. Yeah. Dude, that's hilarious.
That'd be so funny.
What's
Yeah.
up with the animals this year, man? What was it? Where were they at? Where they hit the bird?
Hit a
like,
bird.
twice?
Was it Josh Berry?
Yeah, Josh
Josh-
Berry. I think it was like Las
destroyed a
Vegas or
seagull
something.
It
or
was
something.
one of the big tracks, yeah.
Gone.
Obliterated. That thing ceased to exist.
We're like, wow, he hit a big bug. Nope.
Wow.
But yeah, there was all. Let's see. I'm just trying to go through the chat and see if there was anything. Oh,
Just
did
peel
you,
the windshield.
did y'all see what happened with Reddick? And I think it was Brad on the pit road on the last pit stop.
Oh, yeah, he got boxed in. That sucks.
Dude, Reddick straight was like, oh, I can make this turn. Doink, like right into the corner of Brad's
Oh
car.
man.
I have you now.
I was just like, what? I could have
Brad still got
told
a
you.
top 10.
I could have told you that wasn't gonna work, like from the camera.
Well, he hit him and then had to back up and do it.
I'm like, why didn't you just back up from the get
And
go?
then
There
I
was no
think-
chance.
I think the next pit stop, it was reverse. So like,
Oh, really?
Reddick got stuck first because Brad short pitted, and then Brad long pitted and got stuck behind Reddick short pitting.
Oh, that's
like
fine.
guys, they got
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they switched swap. Yeah,
So at least it worked out.
it was mutual.
Yeah.
All right, well that's fine. I just want to know.
Anything else about?
We do got to rate the race.
Oh, I
Yeah,
gave it
yeah, we
checker.
never did do
I already
that.
did that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just meant like verbally.
Yep. So for me, checkered flag, 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna go checkered. That was really good. That was the perfect balance of what you want.
Yeah.
So
Only thing I wish we were here, but I'll watch it together.
I'm not
but we
gonna
didn't
lie. It makes me want to go to Michigan now.
make it. Bro, we got friends that live 30
I know.
minutes away.
I know.
We could do it. We could be there.
I wanna.
It's a good time because there's really not else a lot happening right now.
it's great until they change
That's a
the
good point.
package by the time we get to go there.
Yeah, we're
Probably.
running the 350 package.
Yay.
Bring your Honda Accords.
We'll talk about that later. All right.
NASCAR said, "Sign me up." Say less.
You know how we can fix this race? We just slow them down. Let's do exactly what we don't want them to do. All right, so
Let's make it a road course.
let's talk quickly.
Where's
You know,
Marcus Smith?
We're
He
gonna
can
do
it.
We're gonna do
NASCAR
a
just-
bigger roval.
NASCAR loves fixing problems so much that if there's not one, they have to make one.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
real
Reminds me
quick
of
before
someone.
we kind of move on from Cup, did you? I don't know if you guys could tell. Did you guys hear the crowd when Carson took the lead?
Yes.
Oh no.
Dude,
Oh, bro, they
you
lost
could, dude. The crowd went nuts. Me and Jeff were like, I don't have Carson picked. He did, and I'm like, I am 100%. That'd be the coolest. That'd be a great
happen,
start,
man.
dude.
Yeah,
the win's
the
there.
Michigan boy.
He's gonna get one.
It's coming,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and it's not gonna stop.
The teardown today said, how many drivers do you think don't want to see Carson Hocevar make it to the playoffs?
34.
Completely
more added.
unpredictable, aggressive. I can imagine Carson Hocevar in a cutoff situation at Bristol.
Oh, this is
Not a good day. That's credit to teardown said. I was like,
bonk,
another.
bonk.
You saying that made me think of part of the broadcast yesterday. Is there was several points where Chastain and Carson were racing each other next to the whole time for a while. They put up someone's radio, and the broadcasters didn't know who it was. And it's like, hey, just be mindful of who's next to you. And they're like,
Yeah.
that could be literally either one of them because both of them have that reputation. And I was just like, yep. So can you imagine if you get Carson, you have Chastain, you have two menaces out there to just wreck the field. It could be wild. It could be a wild playoffs.
I like how they're aggressive and don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of that.
Yeah.
I like how they're getting the most they can out of every race.
Yeah.
Oh,
every
yeah.
race, the car they're in, I don't really want to say Spire's not like a winning team because I feel like they are at this point. I really do.
They have
Just
the
out of
speed.
the way that Carson where he's gotten that car, like, man, it's coming. Like,
Even their other cars.
they're going to be just there with like Trackhouse. Like, they're expected to get wins.
I mean,
you know?
Michael McDowell, Justin Haley's, I'd say their weakest one, and he's still top 20 almost every week. Maybe somewhere around there.
I'd have to look.
It depends. I don't know.
Yeah,
his
I don't
DNF
remember.
I think
records,
he's
but
mid-20s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but still, I mean, you got Carson, and you got McDowell. McDowell's been pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've got at least 2 out of your 3 doing really well.
Is it the 77 car or is Carson Hocevar just that good?
Yes.
I think the
I think it's a
truck
little
series.
bit of a mix. I think they got
Mix.
the best. I think they got the best crew, the best crew chief,
Yeah.
the best notes.
I think they're.
I think they're.
I don't know.
I think it's a little bit. Of both.
He turned that 07 truck into a pretty competitive ride.
Oh no, I get it.
Nobody else is doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ross.
I think.
Yeah.
I think Hocevar.
Wasn't that great?
I think
like
Hocevar
that
taking the 77 forced the team to come up with him. So I think it's
Could
both.
be. Yeah.
But I think it's like, oh, we have someone that if we don't give him the best car, he can make something of it. But if we have someone that can do that and we get some speed going, then we
I
have a
just
good
believe-
combo.
I just
So,
believe the cream rises to the top. If you're going to be performing better every week, you're going to get the best stuff. And when you stop performing and someone else is, they get the best.
The
It's,
best what?
it's competitive.
It's all spec cars.
yeah, but there's better parts than others. That's been very openly discussed.
Yeah.
Inspire got that money now, so it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Fire
true.
got that.
So-
Got them
Chili's
Hendrick
money.
louvers. Yeah.
So-
When's the 77 going to get busted?
Oh, it's
when they win,
I was gonna say
Probably.
that's coming.
Mr. H is gonna be like, "Yeah, we're not kicking Bowman out that easy."
So I had
Check those louvers.
a couple of things I want to get your thoughts on. What do y'all think about the race coming down to a fuel mileage race?
Love it.
Didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Love it.
You come from the time when I did, when there was a lot of fuel mileage races.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I that's why I liked both because it was a fuel mileage race, so you had to kind of like pay attention to that, pay attention to the strategy, but then also just like the racing in general was really good. So like even if the fuel mileage wasn't an issue, it was still good racing. So it's like the fact that we got both.
Yeah.
That's
It's
that's
like-
why I made it a checkered flag. It's like you had
Yeah.
the best of both worlds. So
But I feel like, man, we don't get a lot of fuel mileage races anymore. We used to get way too many, and now I feel like a couple here and there. I
Not
like
bad.
it.
I feel like it's balanced out.
I'm down.
the biggest
You know?
the biggest asset to the fuel mileage thing is the old burn bar.
Oh,
That's
I
what
love
you
it.
got going on.
I love the miles per gallon.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's great.
Well, we were
We
talking
said
about it
something-
because I'm like, man, it's nice. It's nice too because like for the I don't want to say like the simple person, but you know what I mean, like your average fan.
It's very basic.
It's like, oh, okay, like you understand when it's like, oh, they got to save fuel, okay,
I see
but
why
like,
you like it.
how
Normally-
much? Yeah,
they
exactly.
normally don't. They don't.
But
like,
it makes more
number
sense
out.
when it's like, hey, this guy's getting a whole mile per gallon more. You're like, oh, okay, that can make.
Yeah,
Joey
I-
is cheating. Got it.
But you know what it does? You know what I like about it? It invites you to make it as complicated as you want to be, because then you can yourself start sitting there doing the math. of how far they can make it, or do they need to do more?
Yeah.
You can. It gives you the agency to kind of take that information
That's
and think about
right.
it yourself.
That's the one thing
They're not
missing.
telling you it. It's like that. Man, what's that saying in storytelling? It's like
It's
like,
basically leave them
show
wanting
me,
more.
don't tell me kind of thing. Like it's more like you kind of like introduce the idea and let people figure it out,
Mhm.
kind of on their own. Where it's like a nice mixture where it can be very casual but also very in depth.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
It's nice.
It was funny because it's like because they don't normally number out like the miles per gallon. I'm like, dang, I forgot how bad on fuel mileage these cars are.
Yeah.
Like 5
Imagine
miles
back
a
when they
gallon
used
is
to,
wild.
when they were back to the 900 horsepower.
It's probably
yeah.
what, like 3?
Wait
Yeah.
until you see Ram. You thought gas mileage was rough.
Ram in their Hemi comes in and it's like
2 miles a gallon.
Hold my 2 miles a gallon.
1 gallon
Legally,
per
we
lap.
have to have 10 extra gallons in our gas tank. It has to be a bigger tank.
It's the only way it's
Nah,
fair.
Nah, has to. Anything under a gallon a lap is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Has to
LFG,
be a
brother,
gallon a lap,
LFG.
minimum.
What about I thought this was actually hilarious. That was one of the biggest boos I've ever heard for a driver winning.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
think it was that bad.
Really?
I thought it was like
lot.
good 50-50.
Really? I
that's
thought it was a
kinda-
lot.
That's kind of what I expected.
I thought I
he's
was
an
like
Ohio
I thought
fan.
the fan base was going down.
He's an Ohio fan.
Yeah.
And
And-
he
and
literally went
Made
like
it Ohio.
Ohio,
that was
walking away in Michigan. Like,
Savage.
yeah, bro.
He's
I saw-
such a heel, bro.
I saw a news article and they're like, he's embraced his villain arc.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it's like, well, yeah, why wouldn't he?
He's lived
bro,
long
they
enough.
literally start booing. He kind of looks at him and smiles.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, he even said it. Did you guys watch the post race?
No, not yet.
When they were interviewing him, he's like, I was like, I love it. I love that they're just, basically booing me. He's like, he's just fully embraced it at this point.
My thing with Denny Hamlin though about being the heel is it's not like a Kyle Busch heel where it's like you love to hate him. I just don't like the guy. Like I won't like when he retires, I won't miss him. Like it's not like a KB where it's like,
Oh man.
oh, he's a trip.
He's
you
come
know?
back.
I
Or a
see-
Tony Stewart where it's like
We
you
were
love
too
to hate
rough.
him.
See, here's my thing. It's like there's like 3 villains, or at least there was. There's not anymore. There's really 2. But the 3 villains, you got Kyle Busch, Joey
Not
Logano.
anymore.
Not anymore.
Not
That's why
really.
he's the one that's not
Yeah.
really anymore.
Okay. I got you.
Then you have Joey Logano and you have Hamlin.
Yeah.
Joey Logano, none of us like. We just
See, but the thing,
But a lot of
nobody,
people like
nobody,
Joey Logano.
nobody likes the people that don't like Joey Logano because they don't like. From what I hear, is like they can't stand the fact that he races people super hard and a little dirty, and when it happens to him, he can't stand it.
yes.
No, he
That's
can't.
my biggest
he
problem.
can dish it. He absolutely cannot take it.
If he would come out after it and be like, I get it.
If your
You know
dad's
what?
hard
I could
card
respect it.
has to get pulled, something is going on. Like,
Yeah, but Denny Hamlin does the same thing. I remember back when the
Oh.
the Joey Logano Matt Kenseth thing happened at Martinsville, and then they cut to his like radioactive like voice chat with his radio, and Denny Hamlin's like, "This sport's gotten like way down because of this stuff. Like this is so dumb. Like why do people do this?" And I'm like, "Bro, like you literally would do the same thing."
He has.
Like that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro,
See, that's
Bowman winning
where
Martinsville.
that's where Ross is. Yes, that's where like Ross is just like, what are you talking about?
I'm going to disagree with you on that because I don't think Denny Hamlin would repair a car, come back out 20 laps down just to wreck somebody. Now, he will absolutely make it a living hell the next week and probably fence you at Pocono. Like he did
and
with
then
Kyle
win the
Larson.
race. And then
Yeah.
win the race.
Yeah,
And then-
but that's his MO. He's like,
Go
I'm
Ohio.
gonna fence you and then win. That's just like what he does. Like it's like that extra level of
He
like
wants to dunk on you.
that's
There
exactly
you go.
exactly what it is.
He wants to dunk on you.
And
and
when
be
he
like,
gets you back, it's gonna be dunking on you.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But
And then Kyle Busch, I miss old school Kyle Busch. I miss the,
I do
hey,
too.
you don't like that kind of racing, don't bother watching. Like, the crying
face,
face,
the bow.
like, the-
Man, I miss a good bow.
we need a bow. We need Kyle Busch back.
My guy, he started second, and all he did was parachute.
I know.
That tis not
Rough
the
day, man.
It is.
tis not the archer.
I mean-
sometimes the arrow.
no, we need more. We need more Kurt. That's what we need. We need OZ. We need some Kurt. So what the go
I know what it is. There's a Shady Ray guy in the back seat just in case he loses his
It's
sunglasses.
the extra
He's
weight.
got extra weight, an extra
my
200-pound man sitting back there.
We lost him. We got to give it back to him.
I'm pretty sure the phrase crashing out was coined because of Kurt Busch.
That's fair.
I love that line.
So one to go.
I say that whenever I'm
we did
frustrated.
hear Kyle Busch kind of emulate that a little bit. Push me. What was that, like 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? Something like that. Yeah,
That
it
was
was
funny.
You guys want to jump into the trucks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because trucks was, again, it was a great race.
great
Phenomenal.
race.
Yeah.
I
It-
thought probably best truck race of the year.
Yeah.
I don't
Arguably-
know. It's
What's
definitely up
better?
there.
What's better?
Really?
Don't put me on the song. Like, come on, man. Like,
No,
there were
I'm-
some good truck races. I've
I'm
watched
not-
a lot of them. I
I'm
just
not
can't remember every.
necessarily-
There has
exact
been
one
some
right
good
now.
ones, but that was the only thing that kind of spoils the truck race for me a little bit. It was the overtime restart caused by the second row that wrecked
The
half
whole
the
field.
field. That was ridiculous.
insane.
Bro. Ridiculous.
Because
Those
it
people
wasn't
should
just
be parked.
It wasn't
You shouldn't be
just
able to do that.
first. It was first and second. Both got ran over.
Yes,
Yes.
bro.
I'm
That's
like,
ridiculous.
Whoa, like tore up the whole.
The whole field. Those guys should be absolutely parked for the rest of the race.
But who do you blame?
The guys that jump the restart and run over the people in front of them.
But you could.
So what? Third and fourth?
You'd have
It's
to. No,
third
it
and
wasn't.
fourth.
It was even. It was like 10th and 11th, bro. It was back there, and you
But-
see the push, the push, the push, the push. Like
the
it,
accordions, yeah.
They should
they
sit
were
down.
They were flooring it at the entrance of pit road, in the back. Go back, watch it. It's crazy. Like it could be third and fourth.
They should sit down.
It was the whole.
Figure out who screwed that up. If it's
Third
10
through
guys, charge them all $10,000.
It was crazy.
Or like, hey, like you don't, like you're starting in the back next week. Qualified, do your best. When we go to Pocono, you're in the back.
See, if I knew I was already going to be in the back, I would not even qualify. I'd be like, oh no, I'm only doing 50. Sorry. I'm already in the back. Like,
I mean, I feel like you just have to though, because a big wreck is fine, but a big wreck on a restart like that, like remember when the Cup guys all wrecked like that on the at the Clash at Daytona,
yeah.
and everybody chastised them
Yes.
so hard. This is the same.
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
I agree. It was.
You got to shut the restart games down.
This is why the sport is the way it is, and this is why it all sucks.
Well,
it's not
it
the way
was
it used to
silly
be.
because-
Dale's rolling in his grave.
I'm done watching NASCAR. I'm turning it off.
We quit the podcast.
Hey, don't put those.
Or as
in
my
there.
as my pop says, he's like, this isn't the Davey Allison days.
Yeah, right. Jeez. Other than that, the race was great.
Everything.
Oh yeah.
There was a good 5 to 8 people racing up front,
Oh yeah.
trying to get the lead. Who's coming back? Corey LaJoy somehow showed up and
Yeah.
started making moves.
Somehow Corey LaJoy returned.
I was like, man, what kind of
In front
story
of all
would it
12
be?
people.
Yeah.
There was more than 12 people. Honestly, if he won, I would have loved for him to come up and be like, man, I'm so glad there's more than 12 people here today. Like, that would have been great. Because those stands were pretty full for the truck race.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm
crowd.
really happy for that.
Yeah. You had Frankie Muniz was actually running really solid until he forgot that he was in third gear.
Yeah, that does happen. Happens to the best of us.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think Ross did it once.
He probably did.
Never.
Hosemar blew up the engine 2 weeks ago.
That's true.
We still have not confirmed that was a downshift, but I swear it was. I think he hit that shifter the wrong way.
Maybe.
I don't believe it.
I do.
Hosevar's
Oh.
better than that.
That's about it. I mean, Friesen won the race.
That's
that
cool.
That was wild.
I like that
All
for Stuart Friesen.
Canadian wins.
He
Stuart-
survived.
Stuart Friesen
15th
basically.
fifth fastest guy. Meet everybody else that wrecked.
Reason he basically wins is because he takes the bottom line because everyone wanted the top.
Yeah,
He was
well, they had, a
fourth
good,
to-
they had a good restart on the
He was
bottom.
fourth to choose, and he won the race because he was on the bottom.
Really?
Wow.
I must have
yeah,
missed
that's
that.
true.
Yeah.
Yep,
There was
yep. No, you're
3
right.
in the top. They all took the top, and he took. And they said at the broadcast, I think it was Michael, in typical Michael fashion, like, "Oh man, that was like a gift for them. They're gonna take that and just say thank
Front
you."
row. Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then it's like, oh, he's out front. Oh, that really was a thank you.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Like, oh no,
Clean air. Clean air.
Gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I
cool.
did think it was funny. Your pick for our fantasy league was Tanner Gray.
I led the whole thing.
No, you led one lap,
No.
and he was backwards.
No.
Yes, it was when they were wrecking.
No, the whole first half of the race, I was in front of you.
Yes, but you
No,
weren't
I'm
leading
sorry.
the
When
race.
I say lead, I mean leading you.
Yes,
I was leading. I was beating
was
you
stressing
the entire
'cause I
race
picked Riggs.
until the stupid freaking over or restart that wrecked the entire field, and I got screwed again.
Yes,
I cannot win in trucks, bro.
it's because it's
How do I miss the whole field
you
wrecking?
I had Lane Riggs, which is a solid pick, but he was like a 15th place car all day.
Bro,
He sucked. I was like, oh, I'm sweating. It was like 20 to go. I was like, Tanner Gray. He's like third. I was like, Tanner Gray might freaking win this race. I was like, they got to wreck. They got to wreck. I was like, someone's got to wreck this guy.
Dude.
The whole field.
It worked.
That was
But
obnoxious.
he led the race. He led one lap, and it was when he was wrecking backwards. He technically crossed the line first, backwards.
Awesome.
I'll take my 1 point with like an 8th place finish.
Dude.
Yeah, take what you can get.
Did not lose on lane.
All right,
Bro,
so let's
Who-
move
wait,
on.
real quick. Who picks next week for Mexico? For Xfinity.
I think it's me.
Oh, bro, it's stacked.
I think it's me.
It's stacked with Cup guys.
Is it?
I know Bell's in it for sure.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to our NAS news section. This is where we talk about some of the news, and man, there was a lot of news this week.
I am starting this off.
Yeah, go for it.
Ram is back. Yee.
That
No
was-
one's gonna cheer.
I'm trying,
No
I'm
one.
trying to cheer, but I can't.
I'm a Chevrolet.
I was like,
Cheaters.
oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Ram is
some-
back.
I'm
Super
Would
excited.
you like a Ram? A
I-
Ram truck?
Stop. Me and Matt both drive Ram, so we're excited.
I talked
Yep.
him into it.
He
He
did.
joined the Ram family, and
yeah, they also have matching trucks.
matching trucks,
You don't-
Different
you can't
colors.
see
matching
those.
shirts.
different
I
colors.
get
Jeans,
it's okay to be
short-
a little salty that you just missed out.
Did you know I just bought
Look,
my
man.
first train set?
Really?
No.
Very
If that were true, oh my god, bro.
No, but Ram's coming back for the
Dude.
truck series. I think it's great. What, you just losing it?
That was good.
That was really funny. So
Oh.
yes, coming back.
2026 Ram series coming back. I think it was interesting when they did the announcement.
Which one? The one
Uh,
Fox ruined, or the one that they actually did?
No, so the official announcement, they came out and said there are no teams and no drivers lined up for us yet. And I was like,
But we're back.
that's really weird, in my opinion, to announce a new car and not have anything lined up.
I think
Publicly.
they probably do, but they for
Is it
whatever
just too
reason,
early in the year?
I wouldn't think so.
Because, like, personally, I'd be like, I think Thor Sport is going to go to Ram.
So
that is one of the so they're working on like there's like a handful of teams that they're working with. Their goal is 6 entries for Daytona.
Okay.
So 4 to 6.
I was
Okay.
gonna say it wouldn't be surprise me if Thor Sport went to Dodge. They've pretty much have run every manufacturer
So-
at this point.
Yeah, I've heard a
They
couple
moved
things.
from
I've heard of
everyone.
Thor Sport. That would be the biggest because Thor Sport is probably the best team in trucks.
Yeah.
Consistently winning championships,
yeah,
winning races. Consistently, they're a very good team. Because
I
you're not
would
going to
say
get.
It's more likely for a Ford team to switch to Ram than a Chevy team.
Yeah,
Just in my opinion. I feel like Chevys are really locked. Like, you're
I
not.
was going to say Toyotas.
What
is-
there's
what is
not
Thor
that
Sport
many
now?
Toyotas.
Fords?
or ooh,
Yeah, Ford.
Ford.
Yeah.
another
I mean,
one.
really, the only good Toyota in trucks is Tricon, and it's really only Corey Haim. Because who's his? Isn't Tony his teammate? No, Tanner Gray. Tanner Gray's his teammate.
I mean, Tony is a Toyota, but I don't know if she's on. If she's with them or
it
not.
might all
She's
be.
not leaving the Toyota pipeline.
No,
shot.
Zach, no,
they
absolutely
need to
not.
get Grant Enfinger on the Ram stuff.
I
Yeah,
want-
that's
He's got
possible.
he's got the
I want
voice
Matt
for it.
Crafton.
I'm telling you, I think
No, you got to put a brush guard.
He
If you
would
put
literally
Matt
be your
Crafton in
dad.
there, I'm telling you, you
Ben
got to
Rhodes,
put
man.
put a brush guard
Right
on.
on.
It's,
No.
it's Thor Sport, bro. That's
It's
the
Thor
team.
Sport.
That's the team. Hopefully they get it. I also heard GMS.
Yes.
Really?
I heard they may be coming back.
I heard.
Dang.
So the GMS was the people that bought Petty, then they became Legacy with Jimmy Johnson and
Yep.
all this stuff, and then they got bought out.
Yes.
And so GMS is no longer in NASCAR, but they've been making some ARCA runs here and there, doing some little stuff here and
doing
there.
some stuff.
Sounds like they've been talking to Dodge or Ram.
That'd be
So
cool.
Interesting.
that's possible.
In the Plains Cup 2027, right?
So it's a 26 return for the trucks,
Yeah.
for the Ram, and then the Dodge brand. I don't know if that's gonna be Dodge. I don't know if it'll be one of their other brands. It'll
Oh
be
yeah, I guess
one
Ram
of the
wouldn't be
family.
over there. Yeah.
Correct. One of the other brands, they're shooting for a 27, could be 28
Okay.
entry
Okay.
into Cup.
Okay.
It's a lot easier.
No
to get into the
news
trucks.
at all
Oh,
about
yeah.
Xfinity.
Truck is much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a spec engine that you can buy super easy.
Yeah.
I'm just happy there's a new manufacturer. Honestly, someone
Me
else
too.
coming in.
Yeah.
Some new blood. You know, new activation sense for the fans. Like that's
And-
exciting.
This is
Since,
gonna this like the competition that they're gonna bring is gonna raise the tide for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, trucks
Oh,
is
yeah.
going to have 4 manufacturers. Everyone else will only have 3.
Honestly,
trucks. I'm telling you, trucks is going to be fire.
trucks might be.
Yeah.
It's already becoming like, I don't want to say it's better than the Xfinity series, but trucks is a very underrated series.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's becoming really good. I definitely want to say it's better than Xfinity
That's
because
the
the
problem.
racing is like really good in Xfinity too. But like I feel like it's been bad for a long time, just really just sloppy.
Is that because of
nasty
the
racing.
people, like the drivers? Just
I
Yeah,
would argue it's
sloppy
drivers.
racing.
Yeah.
But now we're in a good year.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
a good year.
It's a good year. It feels
So-
like there's more veterans on the track.
Good years
you know?
over there.
Next one. NASCAR says 5th manufacturer is going to be joining soon. So we haven't gotten a 4th, but we're already on 5th.
I guess they're figuring
Are we counting Ram?
We have
Well,
fourth.
Well, technically, Ram
is 4.
Ram is another manufacturer in NASCAR.
Oh, okay. I see
Yeah.
where you're. Yeah.
So
Okay,
it-
I got you.
And now they're apparently a 5th manufacturer's closed.
Rumor for
that's,
Honda.
That's wild.
No. So the rumor I heard, what I've been hearing, and this was confirmed based off the teardown because I don't know if they meant to say this or it slipped, but they said a 5th manufacturer is set to return.
Return. Who left?
Return.
Pontiac?
Buick?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Is Buick coming back?
Buick? You wouldn't. Who the heck would return?
Jake Hicks.
I don't.
Here he comes, brother.
I don't know.
To return?
well, Pontiac's
Well, okay,
not even
maybe
in
they-
business. So
Oh, well, hold on. Are they counting Ram and Dodge separately?
Ooh,
Could
they
be.
could be.
yeah, it could be.
Because
That's dumb.
technically, that'd be like saying Chevy
I
and
don't
Cadillac are
think this
different.
manufacturer
Yeah.
they're talking about. I don't think it's Dodge.
We need
I don't
multi-text
think they're
on
counting
the-
that as a 5th manufacturer.
Well, it can't be Pontiac because they don't exist anymore. So
Says who?
You can't. Pontiac, Oldsmobile, they're out.
yeah, they're not in business.
I
anymore.
don't
They
know if they
exist.
meant it like we have a 4th and now we have a 5th coming back.
I don't know. That's weird.
You know
That's
what I mean?
really
It's
weird
just
how they-
you listen to it. It's worded a little weird.
That's
it,
really
it perked
weird.
me up. I was like, coming back. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's like.
So,
I don't like that. I don't
It's
like how
got
they
to be
word that.
Dodge though. That's the
It's
only one
maybe-
that's left.
so, but it was weird because the context was like we're talking about Ram. They talked about Dodge, like maybe coming back to the Cup, and they're like, oh, but then also
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
this
it's
other
weird.
one maybe coming.
I didn't listen to it, so I'll have to go.
Yeah.
and-
There's that in a couple different spots. Anyways,
Interesting.
Honda is also rumored to be getting very close
yeah.
as possibly a 6th manufacturer.
which then it starts getting wild again.
So
In the-
Honda
in-
has said they will not make a V8.
Honda will not.
They will not.
Absolutely not.
They're making a V6, either turbo or hybrid power.
Hybrid. So they have to have. Oh God, what if their battery
Electric?
goes out?
I mean, well,
So-
technically the car still drives.
It's electric.
I mean, electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Yeah, Amazon. Amazon
The
is
Amazon
joining
truck.
the field.
With their Amazon. UPS
They bought
was
more
a-
than just the activation, guys.
UPS was a sponsor, and they had their truck.
Boogie woogie woogie.
So the
I'm
reason
electric.
why this is very possible is because remember that torque sensor
Torque
we talked
sensor
about them
thing.
putting on the
Yeah.
car? Yep.
Is this still there, or was it like we ran
It's
it for like-
optional. It's optional. Teams can put it on if they want to.
why would I ever put it on? If it's just going to help Honda.
But no, you could put it on to get better engine data.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, possibly. I bet everybody runs it.
I'm
I
sure.
bet.
I'm sure there's a reason.
Information is
Yeah.
key.
So, but what that's gonna do is that sensor. Yeah, you can run a V6, you can run a V4, you can run a V8, a V10, whatever. As long as your torque output is the
That'd be
same.
wild.
Two-stroke.
Two-stroke. Like 6 of
CCs.
them.
Where'd you pick this one up? Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
It's got 4 turbos on it and a
it's,
torque
the,
sensor.
it's the Predator motor.
It sounds like too like that manufacturer will be going straight to Cup. Maybe nothing else.
That'd be
That's
interesting.
so
I don't know. I'm
weird.
kind of. I
But
think the
okay.
most,
I kind of like this identity of each
I
series.
think the most likely scenario is what DJ mentioned, where it's like Dodge and Ram might be just technically 2 separate manufacturers. I don't know. Technically, they're GM is
go
all
back and
under-
listen to it. You'll understand the context.
Yeah.
They talk about
Yeah.
Ram, they talk about Dodge, and they talk about somebody else.
Oh,
I'll have to go through. I haven't
dang.
listened to it.
I don't know.
so-
I haven't either.
Interesting.
But
Yeah. So
I
the
can't.
NASCAR. What I say, yeah, you got
I
to
can't
dig
think
into
of
the
who else it
rumors a
would
little
be.
bit, and you'll start seeing it.
I just can't think about who else it would be. That would make sense, you know.
So who said? Yenny said GM. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but GM would be Chevy.
Yeah, GM.
GM
Chevy.
owns Chevy, so that's
Who else do they own? Maybe.
Dodge.
Cadillac. Cadillac's the only one that I could think of.
But, I mean,
Buick.
we have to look,
They
dude.
do own Buick.
There's been like 50 different manufacturers in
If it's a
NASCAR.
return, I would have to imagine it's Buick, but Buick doesn't make any sedans.
Anything performance related, for that matter.
No.
It's
The
all
only other
like
performance-
luxury stuff.
The only other like performance manufacturer
Cadillac.
I could see, well, it wouldn't make sense because they're not a returning brand. But I was thinking Subaru
Yeah.
or something. But I mean,
We got to figure out when that
but
meetup is
they're
at
not
Atlanta,
returning. So
so we can start
I don't know.
getting some of
Hey,
these answers.
maybe it's one of the cars from like the Euro or Mexico series.
Could be.
I don't know
That's
what
true.
they run there.
Yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine. While we're talking about this whole Ram thing and all these manufacturers, can we talk about the fact that Fox just totally let the cat out of the bag on the truck race?
Bro.
I'm not surprised.
That doesn't shock me one bit.
I thought it was absolutely insane, and so I don't know if anyone else heard it who's listening here.
You
but
can go back and watch
during
it
the
on
truck
social.
race, they hinted very heavily towards, well, look who else is here. We have a special announcement for Sunday, and this was during
The
almost
truck
the
race.
pre-race for trucks. And they showed like the Ram hauler, and they had like the activation tent outside. And after Jamie Little was done talking about it, Michael Waltrip just chimes in and says, "I'm just gonna say it. Cletus McFarland is coming to the truck race 2026. Mark it on your calendar, boys." And I'm like, well, if that's not an instant plug, like
He's going truck racing in a Ram. It's just like,
you might as well just say that he's their activation driver, which makes a ton of sense. He's had
absolutely.
3 very decent races in ARCA. He's got the credibility behind him.
Huge following.
Huge following. I mean, it makes
He's got
sense if
the
he wants to
mullet.
get into it. That is like, yes, sir.
Well, and
you
like-
will be driving for me.
Like Jake said too, like, very like pro America, screaming bald eagles. kinda.
Screaming Eagles,
Yeah.
no sleeves.
So-
Oh, yeah.
It
Every-
makes sense for what Ram's trying to go for.
Everything in their activation and announcement this weekend, everything they've said is other things. Like, we want to show the American people that we are their brand. We want to show them that we're committed to them. We're going to deliver what they want. We're going to da-da-da. Everything is so pro-American.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue. They did a burnout with red, white, and blue smoke. Like
So cool.
Cletus McFarland is that guy.
Yeah. For someone who
Literally
wants to get
walks
in there and do
around
it,
in a
do it.
sleeveless American flag shirt.
Screaming Eagles, spit and dip. Like, come on, man.
You see him and Biffle are now in high-speed boat racing.
Yes,
Yes.
I saw that. What was that
really
about?
insane.
Dude,
Bro.
he qualified first. Did you see that? I don't know how many attempts they had, but he qualified
people are kind of
first.
like, dog. I mean, like, bro, he actually might be pretty good in the trucks. His Charlotte race really wasn't too bad.
Corey Himes out there like Pepe Le Pew, like here I come, Pepe.
You have spilled my macchiato.
All right, what's the next one here? We got Clashes.
Cletus is the Ricky Bobby. Like, he's,
100%.
he's the real life incarnation of Ricky Bobby.
Like him and Greg Biffle on pit road. Oh my God, I can't believe they're gonna let me drive.
Hey, remember when we got in trouble in school for playing with Matchbox cars? Who's retarded now?
Can't say that.
We gotta go.
Sorry, Lindsay. I was quoting a movie. It's okay.
Of course you were.
I don't think so.
So we got what the Clash will be at
Yep,
Bowman Gray.
Clash is not going to Brazil, at least for now.
Was the
it-
Clash going to Brazil?
There was
It was a
rumors.
rumor for next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we going to Brazil at all next year?
No.
As of not right now.
No, they want to in the future, but sounds like it's out for next year.
I don't think they're going to do that.
They got to
in
get
Mexico.
everybody on the same page for next year.
They're
It's a lot.
struggling to figure out Mexico right now.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, we could just go right into that.
yeah. Jump in.
Yeah, that's not on the
So-
news here. So
Apparently, I saw a couple posts about this. Got taken down real fast yesterday. A few teams and drivers are struggling to get their passports. In time.
oh, I saw that too. You're not the only one. I saw
bro,
it too.
and that junk is gone.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know
I didn't
if
notice that.
NASCAR PRs like take that down
It's almost like they need a
immediately.
$5 million gold card to get in.
Did you
I don't.
guys? Did you guys see that they were covering
Man.
up the hauler logos?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds. Like they
What?
can't have
Alcohol?
They can't have alcohol, medicinal marijuana stuff like the 3 Chiefs
Any
stuff.
ammo or
Oh,
firearm
no.
manufacturer like
No,
the
I mean-
Winchester stuff,
they
No casino stuff
unless it's owned by
unless it's owned by a Mexican company. Oh
Wow.
yeah, bro. Kyle
Steve's
Busch, is,
neck, we are going to suck.
Kyle Busch is showing up with pretty much a black hole.
I mean, they don't need passports to come up here, so I don't
We
see
need
what
them to
the
go
issue
down
is.
there.
calm down,
wrong
Hey,
show,
you
Jeff.
do now.
calm it down.
You do now.
I don't know
You
how you've had nothing to drink and are more out in left field when you have 3 or 4 beers.
Spicy.
I didn't.
This is why we can't do evening shows. They need to be late. So
I just figured
tired.
Lindsay's.
Yes.
I just
He just
figured,
woke up from his mid-race nap.
I
guys,
just figured.
how's
I just
everyone
figured
doing?
Lindsay's already gonna yell at me for calling you guys gay anyway. So it's just like
It's okay. I said
might
the
as
R
well.
word. So
Oh my gosh. So
Anyway.
Rainbows.
So
Yes.
there is the big question mark. Like, what's the deal with Kyle Busch? Like,
Can he
people
go?
have asked the question, and people have talked about it, but nobody's come out and said, "Hey, don't worry about Kyle Busch. We cleared it up with the Mexican government. We're good."
I don't think they want to bring it up.
I don't know.
I don't know that it's
truly
done.
don't know.
Is he just going to show
I
up?
mean, they're wrapping the car, but maybe somebody else is driving.
You know, we
I mean-
kind of joked about Denny Hamlin on Baby Watch. He's pushing that baby so he don't have to go.
Bro, maybe.
I think he is.
Ooh.
He's.
Squeeze, suck in, baby.
I'm telling you, he's waiting for
legs
that.
together. Legs together.
Put a cork in it.
I just can't go, man. You guys are suing me. I'm suing you. Sorry. Maternity leave. I get 2 weeks.
I'm getting a
But-
waiver.
So it sounds like it's not just the teams are struggling to get it approved. Some teams just did it late,
Of course.
bro.
Why not?
Crazy.
Why?
So
why?
now,
Because
so
we
the
talked
story
about 3
said-
months ago. They're like, oh, well, they might not even go. It might be a road course at Daytona again. Remember? Of course. Why would you waste all the money to go get a passport? Now they're like, oh, we're actually got to do this. And now it's too late. It takes like 2 months to get a passport.
Yep.
So KB, Yinny says, wasn't KB banned from Mexico for something that happened in Cancun on vacation?
Yep.
Yeah, he
Yes.
accidentally brought his gun.
Which
Allegedly.
accidentally.
Dude, it's crazy.
Like,
So
Let
I'm
alone
assuming
his
he
3 cheese
flew.
stick.
He probably flew private.
Yeah.
maybe.
Got searched while he was down there at some point.
You still
in
got to go
time.
through TSA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Because
bro.
you're entering, like if you flew
You're still going through
private around
customs.
United States, you're fine. But yeah, you have to go through customs,
Customs.
and that's where he got hit.
Yeah.
And he probably just had no idea. Like
Yep.
it was probably just his regular bag to fly,
Yeah.
and bingo.
Busted.
Bad
That's crazy, man. I don't know. It's pretty wild.
No more.
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think. Any other? Oh, is Mexico still flooding?
It was because this is like their heaviest rainy season ever. So
Of
it could
course
be
it
a
is.
complete rain race on Sunday.
SVG's over there, just like, thank God.
Slap some stickers on some kayaks and just get them out there.
Yeah, so Daniel Suarez showed a photo of it was like one of the tunnels or something around there. And it was the Mexican police department on a raft with paddles. And it showed like NASCAR, Daniel Suarez in the background, 99. Like it was him, like it was like, you know, like driving through Daytona, they have the giant, it was
Yeah.
exactly that, just with Daniel Suarez and a river of water. And I was like, that sucks. Like this is the time of year where all the storms are going across from the Pacific to the Gulf and then hitting Florida.
Yeah.
So
Forecast doesn't look good either.
I bet it doesn't. So
Looks like rain as of right now.
SVG's over there, like, yes.
I'm down for a
Alex
rain
Bowman.
race.
Alex Bowman's another one.
So,
Cindric's probably really excited too.
so here's my big theory.
Oh,
If
boy.
some of the teams don't make it down, some of the drivers, if some of the teams don't make it out, I see NASCAR calling an audible, no live pit stops.
Oh, 100%. They have to.
Right? If some of the drivers can't make it down, the Mexico Series drivers take over
Ooh.
driving duty.
Yeah.
If the teams cannot prove that they applied in a timely manner, those drivers don't get waivers.
I would believe that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe that.
Yep.
That'd be
That's what I
interesting.
think.
I mean,
I think there's
Dang.
there's a lot of potential, like Operation Fast and Furious, to get Kyle Busch across the border.
wait, what's a reverse coyote called?
Get
We got to
done.
pay them to take him back.
Get back.
First coyote. I think it's just ice.
Ice. Listen, we
Kyle
need,
Busch better
we,
start working on that mustache.
we have this,
Senor.
Hey, Holmes.
we need to deport this man.
Quick, send him your sombrero.
This would be the greatest South Park
Kyle
episode
Busch,
of the world. The opposite.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I got an idea.
So that's crazy.
Get Dominic Toretto out here.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's crazy. I think there's potential for it to be like super dramatic and super crazy, shake up the whole season.
oh yeah,
But also NASCAR, I think they're really, because part of that article said NASCAR is working directly with the Mexican government to make this go away and make it all work out.
Please.
Yeah.
No.
So we'll
No.
see. We'll see, man. It's crazy. So.
you talk to Trump for us? No.
I
he on your hat. You know the man. No.
That guy. Go talk to Richard Childress. He knows him.
You know how many? Side note. You know just how many drivers have the 47 on their hat?
they're all Ricky fans.
No, that's the logo
It's a
for
brand.
the.
It's
For the
That's
what?
the Lids logo, the 47.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
47 is a brand of hat.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
I,
think they're all Stenhouse fans?
I thought 40 or it was 47 or 46. I legitimately, for some reason,
No,
was
it's like
thinking
it's
that
like
was-
lids.
It's
like
like
the,
47
yeah.
is a brand of hat.
I thought they were supporting Donald Trump as the 47th.
You're so dumb. Oh my god.
This is why you need to let your kids out sometimes, people. They got to learn some stuff.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know. Clearly, I don't wear hats. I'm the only man not wearing one right now.
Imagine that reality where you just see that. I'm
just saying.
All right.
Anywho.
So,
I mean, it made sense. He's the only president to come watch us.
what do you think? Is Denny Hamlin racing Mexico this weekend?
Yes.
No, I don't think he's going.
I think so.
I mean, nope,
Nope.
not a chance.
Bro was pushing that thing back in.
No, they'll probably have the baby.
I don't think
today.
anyone's on baby watch for
Could
2
be some
weeks.
complications. He might need to be home this weekend.
He's not going.
Who's gonna watch his kids? His wife's having a baby.
No
Can't
waiver.
go.
He's already been pretty much
No,
guaranteed.
he'll definitely be able to sucker that thing right in and get his waiver.
He doesn't have to. Does he have to tell NASCAR the kid's born? Like, could he be like, "Hey, it's Saturday. They're born." Shh. Like,
I gotta make a call. I gotta call into work. Pretend you're sick.
Yeah.
oh,
I don't know.
wild.
Mr. Gibbs, I can't make it to work.
Anyways,
Yeah.
well, I think we we got one more and then the best for last.
Yep. So Atlanta Motor Speedway gets renamed to Echo Park.
No one's gonna
Speedway.
call it this.
So gross.
This is
Nah, it's kind of
me
weird.
and Jake talked about this for a while. Almost every track on the circuit is named after where it is.
Yeah.
There's no, like, literally the only one was Auto Club.
Worldwide technology.
In that one, worldwide
Gateway.
now. Yep, Gateway.
There used to be a bunch.
Not anymore. This is dumb.
Yeah.
Invite a new fan. Hey, you want to go to the Echo Park Speedway? Where's that at?
Atlanta.
Why is it not called Atlanta? But it used to be forever.
The only reason
We
I'm
don't call
calling
dumb.
we don't
like-
call the Amway Arena Orlando Arena. Called Amway.
not anymore.
Well, now it's Kia Center.
Yeah, it's
The
Kia
Kia
Center.
Center.
Whatever. It'll still be Amway.
Lame.
It's
forever.
different. Racetracks are different. More
Well,
pride.
but is it the Raymond James Stadium or is it the Tampa Bay Stadium?
Different.
Raymond James.
It's not a racetrack.
Oh, well,
I just hope this isn't the start of like what baseball did, where it's just like we're gonna name every single baseball stadium after a bank.
It's so
Like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
like welcome to Fifth Third Bank Speedway or something.
Yeah, it just
goofy
doesn't
like
have the
that.
same
That's- No,
sound.
it's lame.
I think
That's
the only
silly.
one that hit was Lowe's.
Lowe's Motor
No,
Speedway.
that
That's
doesn't
classic.
even make sense
I don't
either.
see. So we talked about he didn't like it. What do you
Lowe's
think?
Motor Speedway. Where's
That's
it?
what Charlotte. Do you even know that?
Was
That's
that
what
Charlotte or
yeah,
Texas?
Charlotte.
Oh,
Charlotte.
okay.
I don't- it's just like that's what I grew up with. That's
But
just
that,
what it
but
was.
that used to be like the only one too, or one of the only
Nope.
ones.
I don't know.
One of the only ones.
I'll give you another one. Infineon.
Oh yeah.
Totally forgot about that. I
Sonoma,
was
right?
like, why do they change the name to Sonoma?
I mean, if they can make more
Because
money,
it's in Sonoma.
I know.
Honestly,
But I thought it was Infineon forever.
Infineon is how I know it from
and then
Gran
you had
Turismo.
Auto Club.
Gran Turismo is what it was called. Was
Infineon.
Infineon,
Yep.
which I
That's just-
still think is a cooler name.
I just don't
Kinda
like
cool.
it.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like the pride of having the racetrack in the city and the name matching.
except for Concord and Charlotte.
You know,
You know,
you know.
why isn't Atlanta called Hampton?
It should be.
You know, it's at least it's not called something stupid like Echo Park. You know,
Echo Park.
so you guys agree with Echo
We're
Park?
going
You
up
think
to
it's
the- we're
great?
going up to
you
the
want
Hamptons this weekend.
You want Daytona to be?
It's Daytona.
No, it can't be anymore.
It's literally in Daytona,
It physically can't be anymore
but it is.
by the logic.
It's going to be the Buc-ee's Raceway.
Bingo.
Buc-ee's
There you go.
Super
Thank you.
The
Buc-ee's-
Buc-ee's
The
Super
Walmart
Speedway.
Speedway.
Buc-ee's Super Speedway.
I don't know. It'd be kind of chippy to walk out in the middle of a Daytona and it's no longer the Daytona logo. You got big old beaver
Buc-ee.
in the middle.
Dude,
Bucky International
plot
Speedway.
twist. They changed the entire infield into the world's largest Buc-ee's.
Oh my god.
God.
Lake Bucky.
Every parking spot's
Lake
its own,
Bucky.
Every parking spot's its own
Its own gas pump.
gas pump.
No, the only reason I'm kind of like, I mean, I don't really care about the name. I'm always going to call it Atlanta, so it is what it is. But the only thing that's maybe good is maybe they can get some sponsorship dollars and make the place a little
Well, I was
nicer.
gonna
Not
say-
really. Here's the thing.
No, listen.
It's not in
This
the
is
notes.
dumb.
Oh, okay.
This is dumb. You're gonna be
So
more mad.
Echo Park Speedways is part of the same ownership group that owns SMI. So this is like Hendrick Cars sponsoring Kyle Larson.
Hold on. Wait.
Wow.
SMI
So-
owns Atlanta.
Yes. So
Yes.
they just took away the pride of the name being Atlanta Motor Speedway.
And just combined one of their other partners and cross pollinated. Or not partners, one of their other companies.
sister companies
Okay.
and promoted that instead.
So this is
So actually, they're
This is Hendrick Cars sponsoring Kyle Larson.
yeah. So okay, never mind. All
This
right,
would be
never
like
mind. I
if Roger
rescind-
Penske
I
changed
rescind it.
Indianapolis to Penske Speedway.
Penske Speedway.
Like,
Wow, good for them. They're gonna get all that sponsorship money.
amazing.
All right,
Thank
well,
you
never
for ruining the Brickyard.
never mind.
I hate the name.
Echo Park. That sounds like a baseball stadium, bro.
It does.
I like even they
What do you
said
do
if
at
this
Echo
was
Park?
the,
Race cars? What?
The
if
engines.
this was the
they echo.
Atlanta Motor Speedway presented by Echo Park and have their logo all over the track. Cool,
Yeah, you could do that.
dope, fine. Green walls.
I've
whatever.
never heard of a
Okay.
racing park.
Oh yeah, Motorsports Park.
Yeah, that's actually a car.
That's a whole
okay.
thing.
I don't know, man.
Calm
Like,
down,
that,
Jeff.
I
Calm
don't know.
down.
That just doesn't sound right to me.
What's an Echo Park?
Park
Like in a
doesn't
mountain
sound
where you like yell back and forth and hear your echo.
where your car. Where the
You're
car.
an idiot.
Where the
I'm
car-
an idiot.
It's where the cars. I was gonna say it's where all the cars go.
Jeez.
I park
Tough
them.
crowd. Tough crowd.
Park it here. Park
All
it
right,
there.
we gotta move on.
All right, moving on. Last thing to talk about news wise is the
That's legal.
infamous.
That's all, Jake.
Yeah, Jake is gonna have to
Oh,
take this
God.
one because it's the
My voice
loss,
is already getting tired.
the lawsuit information. So
This is
2311
big,
in
boys.
front row.
So they lost the charter injunction.
That's
Is it
huge.
officially
So
lost?
there's two things going on. 2311 wanted to sue NASCAR.
in front row. Sorry.
Yes. But they could not sue NASCAR and sign the charter agreement. So they didn't sign the charter agreement because in the charter agreement says if you sign a charter agreement, you cannot sue NASCAR. So 2311 went to a judge and said, "Hey, we're suing NASCAR." So this is what everybody thinks like 2311 and Front Row are suing NASCAR for a ton of money.
Oh yeah.
We're in the tens of millions here for damages and just all these things. I don't know. It's very complicated. So what they did was they filed an injunction to say, "Hey, we didn't sign the charter because it's antitrust. It's monopolistic."
right.
Right? So they said we can't sue them, we can't fight for our rights, but we need charters to operate as good partners and da 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 da. So basically, the first judge they met with denied it or approved it and gave them their charters.
Yes.
And said, NASCAR, you have to give
He
them charters.
gave them an injunction.
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes. NASCAR then appealed. Thank you. This is very complicated. NASCAR then appealed that, and so that finally went to court last week, and they went to the Court of Appeals, the
It's
U.S.
like
Court of
three judges or something
Yeah.
like that.
and the judges basically said, like, your lawsuit that you have going on got a pretty good shot. This injunction, like, you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. You're trying to, like, literally sue the sanctioning body for all this stuff and then still reap all the benefits of not suing the sanctioning body and being a part. So basically he said, like, no, you're not having both. And so they have rejected the injunction, the initial injunction, or reversed it. Maybe is a better way to say it.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
they have 2 weeks from that ruling, which was sometime last week, I forget the exact day, to appeal that again. So they can appeal it and go in front of the entire Court of Appeals.
Correct.
If they don't appeal it, charters are gone. NASCAR
Yep.
consumes all 6 charters.
Yes.
Yep. And then
That's how I assume it would have to be. It's not going back to
no, it sounds like it's
NASCAR.
everything
absorbs
I've heard. I
it.
haven't
They're
heard
NASCAR's
it
charters,
directly,
and you lease them.
but I've heard everything I've heard is NASCAR's consuming all 6 charters. So if they do appeal it, then it goes through a whole nother process and it goes back into litigation. From what I hear, that could go all the way to the Supreme Court.
Well, that'd be cool.
2311 and Front Row could push it that far, possibly.
That'd be wild.
Is
Yeah.
Denny friends with Richard Childress? Are they?
I think he might be getting close.
Might be. So, oh man, it's crazy. I don't know.
So. I think
That's
I
basically
may
the
be
gist of it.
wrong on it, but this is really detrimental to the teams if they lose their charters because charter teams get weekly payouts.
Yes.
Weekly.
That's
Yes.
one. That's one
That's
of the
one
major issues.
But that's one of the big things. That's how they pay their members.
the
That
other.
is like your team's salary.
the other
they
issue.
pay.
The other major issue.
So like, boom, your entire weekly pay is cut off.
So there's a couple things.
I was gonna say the drivers.
The drivers in their contract with 2311, I don't know about Front Row, their contract is dependent on 2311 owning a charter.
Yes.
If they do not own a charter, they are free agents.
Yes.
They are welcome to stay or they can leave.
Yeah.
So here's really what I think. If they lose the charters and it's over, both teams are done. There's no point to race all year and lose money all year if you have no shot of getting charters again.
I agree. Put it on hold until next year.
Just quit.
Quit. Park it.
Done.
None of the drivers have won a race. No one's locked into the playoffs. They've had good points,
Tyler-
but
Tyler Reddick has.
no.
What? Nope.
No, he
Oh,
hasn't
not
won.
won a race.
wait, are you talking about
Neither one have run a race.
No,
Nope.
2311?
no.
Nope.
Dang, man.
It's been a
Yeah.
rough year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wasn't Tyler
this
Reddick's
year.
last win Talladega last year?
I think so.
I was
Last
gonna
fall?
say, I
No,
thought,
No,
it was
Homestead.
Martinsville.
I thought he was
Homestead.
talking about like no
Homestead.
wins total in the history of the.
He won Homestead.
True.
Pass on the outside.
We were there. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
How do I remember that?
I
How
really
did I-
don't.
not
I don't know
How
either.
did I
yeah, no
remember it?
no wins this season, but
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct. So they're
this
not. No one in any of those teams are locked in.
this season, yes.
So,
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah, that's the smartest thing to do. Is
But if you already have contracts with sponsors,
You may have
you
to,
might have to race all year at a loss. But if you're not
but
racing next year, if you're just going to try to collect your money and back out and be done with NASCAR,
I wonder would it be benefit to their case to go
lose
ahead and lose it and then run this year at a loss and then be
Yeah.
like, see, we told you. This is
Yeah.
why we can't do this. This is
Sure.
why you have to have a charter and you have to play by
this
their
is why
rules.
I'm adding $10 million
Oh.
onto this bill.
This does not affect their playoff eligibility. If they win a race, they're still in the playoffs.
But
As
they
long
have
as
to
they-
race every race.
As long as they attempt to qualify for every race.
Oh.
That does not make them lose their winning in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that kind of gives you. I mean, maybe like once playoffs start, like, hey, Bubba, sorry, you didn't win a race, you're out. We're not going to run the 2023 the
Or
rest
like
of the year.
a Tyler Reddick free agent. Like,
Oh
Again,
yeah.
it depends on sponsorship, maybe. Because if you got a
I mean,
sponsor
what team
signed
is
on,
going to? I mean, maybe Aspire.
I don't know. Jeff
Justin
Gordon's been
Haley's-
sitting on that
Justin
48
Haley's been
team
fun.
a lot, sitting there waiting.
Man, that's hard to defend Bowman right now.
especially when he keeps crashing into walls.
But I want Ross to get that 48.
I think it'd be wild to see Hocevar get there.
That's what I'm just saying.
Oh, Hocevar in a 48? Nah,
Trackhouse buys
Can
the
we
other
say
charters.
we've been talking about this? Chase Elliott is the fourth guy.
Oh yeah.
Right?
He's the fourth Hendrick guy.
When did this happen?
When he stopped
when
caring
they
about
swap
NASCAR.
when they switch to this car.
Yeah, that's when it started.
Not the guy.
Oh yeah, this actually one thing nobody's really talking about. Herbst, they lose the charter, all that Herbst money, he gone. It's
Oh,
over,
yeah.
bro. It's over.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If they do lose the charter, Herbst is out the next race.
They have to be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not unless Monster's gonna come and bring a bunch of money.
and they ain't.
Ooh, Hocevar to
Hocevar
take over the
9.
9? That's a little spicy.
That would be sick.
That's a little spicy.
That'd be pretty awesome.
What,
I
there
just
was,
don't
there was
see-
a comment that he had
I mean-
earlier I want to read.
So okay, correct me if I'm wrong because this was kind of before I started watching NASCAR. Like Junior was with Hendricks, and he didn't win for like 3-4 years straight, right?
Yeah, it was a struggle.
But he was the world's popular driver.
Yep, always
All right.
has been since he's
So
after Junior left. It was always Chase.
do you think Chase is kind of in that same boat? Like it really doesn't
I
matter
actually
how
don't.
much you win or lose. Like you're the biggest name in our sport.
I actually don't.
You don't think so?
No. I think he's just. The thing is that with Junior,
I'm like genuinely
before
curious.
Junior ever even joined Hendrick, he had like done things like he has more of like a I don't know the word, like maybe for lack of a better words, like a mysticalness to him, where it's like he had moments. He had
Bro, you
mo-
sound like me.
he had like
Yo, drop
moments-
those
he
rainbows in the
had
chat, bro.
legendary- Even though he never won a championship, but he had legendary moments.
Bring the tamales.
He had more notable moments prior to that, in my opinion. So I don't know.
Jeez.
But, like,
NASCAR
I don't think-
Twitter is calling Chase Elliott's crew chief Gustafson Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda? Oh my God, bro.
I do agree though. I think Junior had a lot
Blowing
of
up Chase Elliott's career.
Jeez.
stop.
I
I
don't-
do think Junior had some really good moments. I agree
Yeah.
with you
Yeah.
there.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
know.
He has more of like that. He had.
I think
kind
it
of
was
that
just
legendary
highlighted, though,
status
because-
going into Hendrick.
I think Junior needed the right
Thank you,
crew
Andy.
chief combination because once he got with Steve Letarte, dude, they got hot
And-
heavy quick.
Junior also started having all the concussions. If he didn't have those concussions,
That's a big one
Still
too.
be
what another at least 15, 20 wins probably in his career.
There was one wreck in the Bud A car. He bent the roll cage with his helmet.
You got to stop driving like that, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
but
He
Put them
needed,
side things up.
I don't think Chase
The goggles
Elliott.
down.
I don't think Chase Elliott meets that same like.
I just can't believe.
Comparison.
I mean, a lot of people really think that though.
I just can't believe
His
Chase
fan
Elliott.
base is
beats-
massive, dude.
How does Chase Elliott still
Elliott?
not beat out Larson at this point, or how does Larson not beat out Chase at this point? As the
So
most
Larson
popular?
is leading in
Merch sales.
Merch sales this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. He keeps freaking crying on TV, man. I'm done with crybaby Larson.
I don't know. Like this is funny. Yenny says stage 3 podcast, Peyronie's disease, ad scheduled mentioned. I don't know. I feel like Prime's not bringing it up. I feel like this is a Fox problem. Like in
No,
Amazon, so it's like
I
not
did
been on our radar.
I remember hearing it once because
Once?
I do remember
Alright.
hearing it once.
Once is fair.
Yeah, once. Okay.
I see a lot more of the Blue Chew. I think it's
Oh,
the demographic.
you know what?
Fox
Oh,
is like
yeah.
65,
To be
70.
fair,
Prime was more like that 45, 50.
So to be
I
fair-
think it's demographic range.
Blue Chew.
me and Jeff were trying to catch up on the race because we started it late, so we were catching it up. So we were skipping through commercials. So
Okay.
they may have had more, but I do remember one specifically.
So you guys really weren't watching it then.
We weren't watching it live. We got to stage 3 and we were. caught up by that.
So you didn't do it
came
live.
late from
That's what
church,
you're saying.
So we watched. We started.
we did it
and then-
live.
We got to wrap this up, boys.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it, really.
Good
Yeah,
race, good weekend. It's fun. Metallica was a blast.
Yep.
Had a great time.
10 more years.
Yeah, woo.
See you when you're 80.
Yeah. Mexico City next week. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I think
I'm
it's
excited to see who misses.
I'm excited for all the drama.
I'm excited
there's-
for the flooding. Do we race in the flood?
Yes, I hope so. We
I
did
had a
it.
great question that nobody answered on Twitter. I reached out to some people. They said the drivers had to be at the border today. I was like, what if it got rained out yesterday? Because the forecast was bad.
Yeah.
Michigan just, there's no off weeks.
No.
Michigan's not exactly close to Charlotte.
All the Mexican NASCAR drivers take over. I am Chase Elliott.
Just get the Mexican.
Kyle Larson would
hangers.
probably make it. He'd be like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, that's fine. There's a dirt race going on, so I was already planning on being
I was
here
Will
gonna be-
Kyle Larson run dirt in Mexico?
Maybe
To be seen this weekend.
on the border.
on the border.
Back across.
NASCAR
Evil
on the
Knievel.
border.
Oh my gosh, it's so,
Can-
it's so bad. Hey, I
Kyle
do.
Larson flip over.
I
the
do have
top of the wall.
one comment shout out that is by far the top comment of the podcast.
Yep.
Yenny, as always, as witty as he is, says, "Watch Denny win the championship in Phoenix, and NASCAR subpoenas his child's birth certificate."
What?
Because we were talking about him missing the Mexico race due to his child's birth.
That would be.
that's
Evidence number
that is
246.
absolutely the.
The ambulance child's birth certificate.
Oh
That's
my God.
funny, bro.
That's a weird way to end the show. All right, guys, it's been fun. But definitely like, follow, and share on all social platforms: Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you join in the Here for the Speed Discord community by fans for fans, and we're dropping all kinds of content. Oh, you're already like ready to go. We're dropping all kinds of content beyond race reviews, so make sure you check it out. We'll see you guys next week after Mexico. Have a good week, y'all. See you later.
Yeah.